Hello! Great morning, Great Valley. I'm happy to welcome you to today's show. I'm Ben Kirker, and this show is made by Bonnie Ray. I am going to start off we're going to start off with a little crafting history done by Sarah. I really hope you guys enjoy this. So, let's get on to the video.
Please keep in mind that Sarah's not good at research, so they're probably gonna disappoint their APRO teacher. Yeah.
Alrighty, everybody, welcome back to another episode of Crafting History, and we have a guest today, Zoe Burnham. They have generously donated their time to this show, and today we're going to be talking about a very interesting story of the Liechtensteinian army. So it's the year 1866 in the country of Liechtenstein, and this is like somewhere around the German area, German Belgium-ish. For the record, my friend Zoe, he is a freshman this year. You're fresh fish, fresh meat.
I am.
I'm the senior who will torment them. Ha 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 ha. And today we're gonna be making little paper soldiers after the Liechtensteinian soldiers that I'm going to teach you about. So either ways, during this time, the Liechtensteinian king was like this guy named Johann II. Johann II was the king of Liechtenstein at this point, and like he was known for like one thing. I'm gonna let you try and guess it for a history point.
I'm gonna, based on what this project is about, I'm gonna guess it's based on the 80 Liechtensteinian soldiers?
He was known for being like a very like fair ruler and stuff, and he was like very much about pleasing the people. That's something to know about Johann II, King of Liechtenstein. So
that sounds like the only good historical ruler I've probably heard of.
Wait, what about Queen Victoria? Like, she did some I mean, like, also...
Her. Also, like, most of the England rulers.
Like, also, like, colonization. Like, for those of you AP Euro people, like, England was, like, really into the colonization game. Like, I cannot begin to explain. But either way, so, like, it's the year 1866, and it's the Austrian-Prussian War. And, like, so, like, Prussia was basically, like, Germany, but not. Like, it was, like, I'm so sorry, Frau. Like, I'm disappointing all my teachers with this show, and you know what? I'm okay with that.
I still have a new impression on my teachers, so I'm fine.
Yeah, you got, like, none of the teachers know you yet, except for your current.
None of the teachers.
Okay, so...
This is gonna be chaos.
It's gonna be chaos. So, like, it's the Austrian-Prussian War. It's 1866. And right now, the Liechtensteinians are siding with the Austrians, so, like, they're buddies and stuff. I think it's probably because they're really close to each other, and they're both, like, German-speaking regions, but so is Prussia. Like, all of them are Prussians. Or, like... Did I just say Prussians? Es tut mir leid, Frau Entschuldigung. Our first step, we're gonna take our paper and we're gonna accordion fold it. So that means you make a fold like this, and then a fold.
How far do I accordion fold
like,
it? Do I just
all the way until it's all?
However.
Yeah,
like this length is good.
Depending on. Yeah, that's a pretty good length. Honestly, whatever floats your boat, depending on how many Liechtensteinian soldiers you want.
Oh, we gotta make the full 80.
I only have one paper. Well, I need to make my accordion folds much smaller then. Okay.
I can do this easily.
I believe, you know...
Can I? I don't know.
If all else fails, I'm gonna just glue my Liechtensteinian soldiers together. So, as we're accordion...
This works.
As we're accordion folding, here's the tea with the Liechtensteinians. The Liechtensteinian nobles were like, oh yeah, like, we could totally go to war, and we can totally do this, like, yeah, we're down. But the Liechtensteinian peasants were like, I got crops to tend to. I don't want to get, like, myself caught up in a war. Like, this is your beef, Liechtensteinian nobles. So, like, keep me out of this. And so King Johann II was kind of in a catch-22 business, you know? And so he's like, oh boy, what am I supposed to do? And so he comes up with this bright idea. He says, okay. Oh man, that's such a good accordion fold. This is my accordion fold.
Oh, nice.
It's really cool.
I feel like your paper is longer than mine.
He's a long boy, Zoe.
It's a long boy.
So yeah, our Liechtensteinian king was like, okay, this is a bit of a catch-22. And so he comes up with this, like, brilliant idea, and he tells Austria, he's like, yo, here's the deal. I'm gonna send some troops, but I'm not going to, like, send them directly to Prussian conflict, because, like, we're still German speaking, and we don't want to fight with the Germans. And, like, Prussia's like, you know what, that's fine, like, just send them to Italy or something. And he's like, okay, sweet, like, let's send them to Italy. And then finally, he sends, like, these guys to Italy, and they don't see any action. Like, he sends 80 people to Italy, and, like, again, Liechtenstein, small little country, itty-bitty baby country, and, like, they have an army of 80 people, and he sends them to Italy. Either ways, before I can continue our story, let's get on to the next step.
I've folded it kind of weird, so it's, like, just slowly getting smaller, but it's fine.
Honestly, it works. Okay, so now that we've folded our paper...
It works.
So now that we've folded our paper, we're gonna be drawing a little guy of some sort, a Liechtensteinian soldier. And because I didn't do research ahead of time of what a Liechtensteinian soldier looks like, I'm just gonna wing it and just draw a stick figure, essentially, on the paper. And you know what? This works.
I don't have a pencil on me. Wait, I do. Do I have a pencil on me? I might. Nope, that one's not sharpened.
You know what? It works.
This one works. I have this. I have a tiny one. I have a tiny baby short pencil that works.
The one thing that you want to make sure is that the arms are touching the edges of the paper, of your accordion fold. So when you draw it, it has, like, the little arms have to be connected to the edges so they don't fall apart. And so the plan is to basically just keep on drawing them and tape together, like, the rows and rows of Liechtensteinian soldiers. Now, I don't know about you, but I plan on decorating my desk space with my Liechtensteinian soldiers, so that I can have, like, a wonderful little army behind me as I take on class. I'm gonna be the most powerful person, like, with my Plague Doctor mask, and also my Liechtensteinian army. I'm literally going to be the most powerful student ever. Or at least the most powerful student in my AP Euro class.
Ah, I see. Yes. I do not know where I will put my interestingly drawn Liechtensteinian soldiers.
It's not only
My soldiers.
I
have one hefty soldier and one tiny soldier.
It's an itty bitty bean boy. Here's the next question for you, Zoe, as we cut out our Liechtensteinian soldiers. What's so special about the 80-person Liechtensteinian army, you know, outside of the fact that they're 80 people?
They're Liechtensteinian. Well, I think, like you mentioned right before we started sketching out, was like they didn't actually fight?
Yeah.
At all? When they were supposed to be going to war? Which is confusing to me.
Well,
but okay.
That's the special thing about the Liechtensteinian army, Zoe. That they didn't, like, actually fight. Like, no one died in the Liechtensteinian army. In fact, they literally came back with more than one person. Like, they came back with 40... Well, okay, the legend says that they came back with 41 people from Italy, because, like, some Italian guy was like, yo, this seems pretty cool. Well, in actuality, they were just escorted by someone. Liechtensteinian soldiers. Oh my god, wait, that worked!
Yeah. Let's go! Yeah. You did it!
So that's our first line of Liechtensteinian. I don't know how many there are. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
We're gonna have
7,
a blocky
8,
boy.
9. There are 9 Liechtensteinians. So when I'm done, like, I'm gonna have 90 Liechtensteinians.
Done with my cutting.
I lost one of them to the crack.
Oh no!
I lost one of my Liechtensteinians.
I'm done. These boys look a little wonky. But it's fine.
These ones also look a little funny. They lost one.
I am done. I have all. I have my blocky boys, my normies, my Kyoshi warriors, and what should we name these people?
The last straw. Thanks for joining us for another wonderful episode of Crafting History with special guest Zoe Vernon.
Crafting History.
Thank you so much for joining us, and thank you so much for joining me today, Zoe, to create.
You're welcome, Sarah.
Thank you.
I hope everybody enjoyed that little crafting history video. I'm sure Sarah did a wonderful job. And next up, we have a quick little computer assembly video made by yours truly. I hope you all enjoy. Hello, everybody. So, this is Ben K, coming from my quarantine cave. I figured I'd send this out to all of you people who are still stuck indoors, or maybe not indoors. You might be out doing things at this point. I'm not. I was never outside and doing things. But I figured, because we're all trapped in quarantine, I would just talk about the project I've been doing over quarantine. With a mask, of course. Ugh. Just so, in case you don't want to catch COVID. I understand. Well, this is my project. I'm going to zoom out a bit. Or maybe get a better angle. Boom. The monolith. It's my computer. I built it with the help of a friend. Basically, my friend gave me the list, and I put it together with no prior experience. So if it catches fire, which is entirely a possibility, that is all my fault. So I'm just going to do some quick rundowns. Number one, you may notice there's a bunch of cables all over the place, and you might be wondering, what's the order? I don't know. I just kind of did it. I don't do cable management. It's not my thing. I guess. I just don't really do it. Here is the fan. Under the fan is the CPU. CPU is the brain of the computer. Now behind this, you will see like everything, like this big box or square. That's the motherboard. That's how everything communicates. Now, these are RAM. They're like memory, like the readily accessible memory, the quickest memory they have. This is my solid state drive. I'm not going to show you these things because I have to turn it and there's a bunch of cords plugged in and it'll just snap and explode and it'll just go up in flames. But there's like a power. My power supply is right here. Everything like plugs into the power supply so that they can have power. And my actual memory drive is down here. This is basically like in case my computer dies and I need more memory. This is like my memory. That's like actually memory. All right. Next up, there is, no, none of that. There's this thing. This is the graphics card. This allows me to run like the visuals of a game or of any program I'm attempting to use. So basically, this was the most expensive part, coming in at $300, which was insane. Also, I should probably mention, this entire thing, this case was one of the cheapest materials, this being the most expensive right here. But the final piece is right down there. Can you see it? Can you see him? Bada bing, bada boom. Very small, but very important little guy. This is the Wi-Fi card. It has connections all the way up to here, which is basically like the antenna that connects to the Wi-Fi. So I didn't know that I needed that at first, and basically what happened is I did not have that, and nothing functioned. So, yep, Wi-Fi card's very important. Don't forget that. I'm trying to see if there's anything else important. No. I guess all the things are plugged in, which is a good thing. Also, there's a little screen back here. I had to take it off to show you guys the inside because it is very dark in there and very scary, and it's very difficult to see. I hope you all enjoyed this week's show. Sadly, that is all the videos we have for you today. I hope you guys had a nice weekend, and I wish you luck on whatever exams, homeworks, assignments, or whatever else you have this week. Have a great week, Great Valley.